slight left. Now turn left.
Beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful day. Beautiful, Zane. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful morning. Yeah. What a beautiful, what a beautiful day. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, so the faces, people come by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do. They're really saying I love you. I envy this cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more, but I'll never know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. So the faces, people
Last year, the week before Ohio State, Michigan was 17.5 Georgia's offense has been chugging along, posting, I think, over 40 points per game. But again, a double-digit spread in an SEC matchup. What's the side or what's the total you like here?
Guys, we talked about Georgia Ole Miss last week, and I said when you're handicapping Georgia moving forward, just look at how people are perceiving them heading in to their matchup. When people think Georgia is on upset alert, like they did last week with Ole Miss, like they did with Florida, like they did with Kentucky, that's when Georgia rolls, and they did that last week. When people think Georgia's going to roll, like we thought against Auburn, like we thought against South Carolina, like we thought against Missouri, that's when they tend to struggle. With how Georgia looked last week, Bowers being back, with how Tennessee looked last week against Missouri, I think people think Georgia's going to roll in this game. Tennessee's one of those college teams, though. They are so different at home in Neyland Stadium than they are on the road. And I like the way that they lost that game against Missouri. They were dominated in the trenches. And that's what this year's Tennessee team prides themselves on. They're the number 3 rushing team in college football. You know, you think about Tennessee and how they played last year. You think about them throwing all these deep passes and air raid. That's not who they are. They're a running team this year. Their defense is pretty good. Now heading into Georgia week with the way that they lost that game against Missouri, I think bodes really well for Tennessee. And guys, like in theory, this game really doesn't matter for Georgia. They've already locked up the SEC East. They're going to beat Georgia Tech next week. If you lose this game to Tennessee and you still beat Bama in the SEC title game, you're going to be in the playoffs. So obviously they're not thinking that way. Kirby Smart's not thinking that way. They want to win this game. But this game is everything to Tennessee. They want to beat Georgia. This is their Super Bowl. And Georgia, you know, it's one of those games you'd love to win, but if not, as long as you beat Bama, you're still going to play.
DJ, we've got 2.5 minutes here, so plenty of time to talk about this game. Oregon State hosting Washington, and Oregon State has moved from a 1-point favorite to a 2-point favorite. Are the Beavers really the right side here?
Chase, they are. Guys, this was always the game. This was always the game that Washington was going to go down. I know that spread against USC when they were only 3-point favorites was a little bit fishy. We know Utah is the back-to-back Pac-12 champions. That was the game you have to get over if you want to become the champs. You got to go through them. That game was tricky, but this was always the game. Corvallis is a tough place to play, especially at night. Washington's defense, as of late, has been extremely suspect. They've been a little bit leaky. They've been giving up a ton of points. The way Oregon State is going to be able to control this game at the line of scrimmage, they have very good running backs, they're a very well-coached team, and their defense plays much better at home than they do on the road. So there's a reason why Washington is undefeated, why they're the higher-ranked team. Oregon State has 2 losses, and they're favored, and the line keeps going in the direction of Oregon State, even though the money is pouring in on Washington. I love the Beavers, and guys, the Beavers control their own destiny for a Pac-12 title. Washington this week, Oregon next week in the Civil War. So even though they have 2 losses, outside shot for the college football playoff, you beat Washington, you beat Oregon, and then you beat Washington again in the Pac-12 title game. The chaos ensues. Who knows what happens? It's going to be a great game of the week in college football, but I like the Beavers at home.
You'll be a hell of a statement right there in front. He is the co-host of Inside the Betting Lines every Sunday from 1 to 5 in the East. Also host of Sit In every weekday from 1 o'clock in the East as well. PJ, we appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
I love hearing that. I don't know if I have the guts to bet it, but I think he's right. That's going to be a perfect sharp
In
versus
1,000
squares
feet,
game.
turn left
Everyone's just going to
onto
jump
East
all over the
Lehigh
Huskies.
Avenue.
Oh my God, you're getting points with Oregon or points with Washington, I can say. You can take the Huskies on the road. Why don't you take that bet? And Oregon State sitting right there controlling its own destiny. Coming up next on the show, let's do what we do best and make the people some money. Like last night, just maybe we can do it again. Our best bets coming up next on the Daily Tip from BetQL, presented by BetMGM. We're going to wrap up your Tuesday morning.
Chelsea and James will be right back on the Daily Tip, presented by BetMGM on the BetQL network. I think we're lost again.
Wait, what does that sign over there say?
Caution, wildlife crossing.
No, next to it.
If you're 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus.
The
wants to
Rocky
watch.
Mountain.
And then we have all kinds of sports going on. So I haven't had a ton of time to sit and watch anything. But Jake, have you had to listen to Catherine talk about Selling Sunset? Like I said, it's the only show that's finished.
Yes, I've listened to it. And also, in the back of my head, at the same time, as she's talking about it, I can hear my brain rotting in the back. I did sit down and try to stomach this. I was eating, and I was like, honey, I have to go to bed soon, so, watch whatever you want. Whenever we're together, we try to watch something that we both can enjoy, but I'm like, I go to bed soon, so watch whatever. I'll just sit here and do your thing. And so, we're both eating dinner and just watching this thing together. And what's funny is watching her, because as she's watching, she's looking at me and watching me, and she wants to see my reaction, like, I know you're hating this. And so some of the things that are said, I mean, oh my God, I saw this dinner scene, they're all arguing and dressed in the most ridiculous things. It just seems like it's a world to which I cannot relate at all. To the point where I'm like, is this real? Is this really the lives that you guys? This can't be real. Like, it has to be. It has to be. And so I'm like, I don't buy any of this. And if it is happening, I don't want to see it. It doesn't interest me at all. But you, mega fan, I'm hearing.
Well, it's the only, like, quote-unquote girly thing that I have going on in my life. Because think about my life. I am talking about sports with men all of the time. So I need one thing to, like, tip the scales back to, like, I need to see what hair and makeup trends are going on right now. How girls are dressing, even though obviously I'm not going to be wearing any of their outrageous outfits. I still like the look. But I think it's fun to try to guess who they're going to make the villain of that season. Because clearly they point in a direction where they're like, okay, this is the person you need to root against. And here's the problem I have. Throughout the first half of the season, I was like, oh, Johnny Manziel's ex-wife. Like, she's into working out. She, like, is in with, like, the sports stars. I'm going to tell people she's my favorite.